Hi everyone, it's Christine. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. This is likely my last for 2022 as we're heading into the winter break. And when I think of 2022, I can't help but think, wow, what a year it has been. So some of you know, and especially if you've listened to previous videos, I pivoted my consultancy to focus on work culture and leadership challenges. And I did so as a result of seeing the same issues pop up over the course of 15 years of project delivery work. And these issues all pointed back to work culture and leadership challenges. So I set the wheels in motion for this pivot earlier in 2022. And over the course, as part of this, over the course of these last 12 months, I've had the absolute privilege of having conversations with organizational leaders and other consultants who are trying to solve these very problems. And as I had these conversations, it struck me that we're all trying to solve the same problem. We're just coming at it from different angles. So what I mean by that is organizational leaders are designing and implementing solutions to improve their employees' experience, improve the work culture, provide stronger leadership. And we have really fantastic consultants who are being brought in to either help design those solutions or run the implementation. So the further that I dug into this ecosystem and the more conversations I had, the more I had this nagging feeling of, I've seen this movie before. And so as I reflected on this, I realized if I put back my old hat of project delivery lead, I worked with organizational leaders who were implementing solutions, usually digital solutions, to improve their organization's effectiveness. And what got in our way was internal structural systemic barriers that really lessened the degree of success that we could have had. Now we have organizational leaders who are introducing solutions to improve their employees' experience, but I strongly suspect that those same barriers that blocked us in a project delivery space are going to block us in this space as well. And this is a space that we can't afford to be blocked on. These initiatives that we're introducing to improve employees' experience, whether it be in the space of DEI, in the space of more purposeful work, in a space of greater flexibility and autonomy, all of these things that we want to do to help employees better contribute with greater degrees of satisfaction, we can't afford to not get return on investment on those initiatives. And so as I looked at this ecosystem and as I engaged with organizational leaders and consultancies, it became really clear to me the value that I could provide here, which is to apply my skills to remove these barriers so that these initiatives that we do want to introduce will actually take hold in the organization and provide the value that they're meant to provide. And so all that to say that I'm so grateful to those of you who gave me your time, who were generous with your insights. You've allowed me to learn from your challenges and learn from your experiences. And as a result, I have clarity on how I can be of service in this space. And so as I wind down before the holidays and as I reflect on all of this, I'm actually pretty excited for 2023. I'm excited for the possibilities of collaboration. I'm excited for the problems that we can finally solve. I expect it to be challenging, but at the same time, I trust that the various communities that make up Ottawa's public, private, nonprofit sectors will band together and see each other through. Now, before I sign off, I do want to tease two things. I'm just about ready to launch my website, which I'm really excited about. I'm particularly excited because I've included in my website a leadership toolkit. So this toolkit will include case studies of past projects, tools, templates, tricks of the trade. I'm also going to include annotated bibliographies of my reading lists. So I read a lot and I want to share these annotated bibliographies for those of you who want to stay on top of industry knowledge but don't have the time to read, or those of you who are just looking for that extra guidance on what to add to your own reading lists. And so I'm excited to produce those. So that's the first thing I want to tease. The second thing that I want to tease is my first quarterly newsletter. So that should be circulated within the next week. It's not your average newsletter. So I strongly believe what makes me effective as a consultant is my ability to repurpose from different fields and different disciplines. But what that means is I'm constantly on the lookout for sources of inspiration. And those sources of inspiration sometimes are super random and super out there, and the linkage is not always obvious, but they're a lot of fun and they provide a lot of value. So in my newsletter, I'm actually going to share what have been sources of inspiration over the course of these last couple of months. So short clip today, but I know we're all strapped for time as we head into the winter break. And so thank you for clicking. More to come in the next video. And between now and then, take care, rest, and we'll see each other soon.